I recently made a video about how I use Python to pull data directly from my Garmin and push it into Notion. And I made this dashboard where I'm tracking my miles and VO2 max every day, as well as the effect balance. So the duration that I'm spending doing aerobic base work versus like tempo work. And then I also am tracking my records directly from Garmin and pushing that into Notion. And then this is just the database of all of my runs. And you can see the charts aren't updated. But yeah, so I wanted to show today another potential application of using the Garmin Connect API and the Notion API and automating that using Python. So I built this habit tracker copying eSlows on YouTube, which will be linked below. But basically, I made a Python script that I can run that is accessing my Garmin and will automatically check off whether or not I got 10K steps and 8 hours of sleep. And then this other stuff like reading and journaling, I can just check off myself. But it's like a partially automated habit tracker, or at least, the habits that I can track from my Garmin. And then, so I can just run this every day to see if I got my 10K steps and 8 hours of sleep. And then he used this chart thing, which is pretty cool. Which refreshes easily. So I'll show you the script really quickly, but I just wanted to show that this is another potential cool application for the Garmin Connect API and Notion API. So this is super simple, but in this script, I'm just connecting with my Notion client using this Notion token, and then connecting with the Garmin Connect API here. And then I'm accessing my steps for today and my sleeping seconds for today from the Garmin Connect API. And then I'm just checking if I met my sleep second goals and my step goals and with this little if statement. And then I have this write row function. So that's using the client, the database ID, and the date. And then also these two Booleans and writing that data into our database. So I have a more detailed explanation of this in my other video, but basically it's just writing these checkbox values into our database. So that's a super simple but hopefully useful way to use the Garmin Connect API and Notion API to create a really simple semi-automated habit tracker. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.